Hello everyone, welcome back to Lab4crypto. The recent drop in Bitcoin price caused a lot of fear in the market. And I know a lot of people are confused if this is an opportunity or actually if the prices are going to dip even further. We have the camp of bears predicting that Bitcoin will go to prices close to 50K because of minor capitulation and the fact that Ethereum spot ETF will steal the spotlight from Bitcoin. And on the other hand, we have bulls which are predicting Bitcoin prices to reach 80K before US elections. I know that most of you are confused. Therefore, I will try to express what I believe is the most likely scenario through some charts that I have prepared. And through this video, I'm going to tell you as well what I'm doing to get most of these dips. Let's dive into the graphs. And if you like the content, please give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. For people that are following the channel for the past year, you already know that I believe Bitcoin is an early stage of a bull run, and actually this dip is an opportunity, but I will explain why with all these charts that I have prepared. Of course, this is not a financial advice, but I'm going to show you how I navigate the market and what I have done and what I'm planning to do if we see another opportunity. Let's first see the case that bears are bringing into the table. You will see that if we check the miner revenue for Bitcoin, we are at a lower low. For example, we are at levels seen in the dip that we had in Bitcoin in November 2022, where Bitcoin prices were between 16 and 17K. And because now, after the halving, a lot of miners are going to capitulate and sell whatever BTC have left because they have to pay their bills. They have to make sure that they are going to still have a viable business or actually even close their business if they are not able to cover their expenses. So they think that miners are going to capitulate even more through the summer. And that is why they believe Bitcoin is going to continue to go at lower prices. The second, the second argument is that the Bitcoin spot ETF is going to continue to see outflows as we approach July because the expected day to see Ethereum spot ETF trading is going to be in July. Therefore, we are going to see some outflows actually from Bitcoin go to Ethereum. As if we check actually a simple graph, which is the Google Trends, you will see that there is not much interest in the market in this stage. Therefore, they are expecting the same volume that was trading Bitcoin in the spot ETFs. It's going to be the same actually, but it's going to move to Ethereum. That is why they are thinking that Bitcoin is going to continue to see a decline in prices. And if we check the Google Trends, we will see that when Bitcoin was at 17, 16K, the interest of people over time was, let's say, 16%. And recently was also 16 on the 16th of June. This is a weekly chart. That's why you see it move in a 7 days step. And now we had a recent uptick because of the recent drop, which is a good news, but I think is not something major. So if we go to the other charts, we will see if that is an opportunity or no. And we will see that Bitcoin managed to hold its key moving average, its bull market support band. You will see it's now above the 21-week EMA, which is the yellow line. And also, it managed to hold its FOMO level. If we check, the Bitcoin FOMO level is at 60.26K. And actually, the closing price for Bitcoin it was 60.258. So it's really, really close. Therefore, when I have Bitcoin holding these key moving averages and the FOMO level, and I will go also to the risk metric, which is really unique and much more complicated, it's really good news for me when I see that the interest of people in Bitcoin is really low. And imagine when we starting to have these upticks in interest, that means Bitcoin is poised to go to much higher prices. And if we go to the FOMO level, it's a really good indicator to see if Bitcoin is poised to go to much higher prices when it's above the 3% threshold. What that model is telling us that when the price of an asset is stayed above a certain level, which is this red line, 3% of its lifespan usually leads to a price increase between 200 and 400%. So I think, yes, you can see it below the description. And Bitcoin for me holding this level in this price drop and also keeping its bull market support band, it's really good news when, as I said, we have this low interest. Even if we check the 12 months time frame, so a year, you will see that we are at extremely low levels, which we were, for example, when Bitcoin was 26K, the Google Trends was close to the 30, 34, 31 level if we check the 1 year time frame. And again, we saw the small uptick because of the price drop. And if we have Bitcoin at prices which was in the previous all-time high in February 2021, when we had all this interest from people, if we check the 5 years time frame, you will see that the Google Trends reach values between 62 and 78, which was really high compared to the values of 16 that we are now in the 5 year time frame. And if we also check the price vs risk model, we will see that our model correctly, although the Bitcoin price was going down, we saw some movement in because this model is a combination of on-chain and off-chain data. Therefore, is more sensitive to understanding your risk level in Bitcoin. And you will see that yes, miners could be offloading some of their BTC, but we are still not in really, really high levels of risk. We are now at 47.2, which is in the medium level. And that actually aligns if we check the fair value estimation model, because Bitcoin is really close to its fair value, which is at 59.2K. And also, if we check the price vs the price power law model, you will see that this model is even saying that Bitcoin is undervalued, because the fair value for Bitcoin based on the price power law model is at 70.6K, which is, for me, it's a really good model that everyone should follow. And the price of Bitcoin is at 60K. And as you will see, for the past couple of months, Bitcoin price is hovering up and down the fit line of the price power law model. Therefore, when I have the Bitcoin price to be below its fair value or close to its fair value based on both models, Bitcoin holding its FOMO level and also its key moving average, moving to the summer, which always altcoins, to be honest, are not performing very well in the summer season. And also, I mentioned that if we compare Bitcoin with 2019, we will see that actually Bitcoin price was dropping when we had the rate cuts. Because, as I said many times, the market is not confident that actually the Fed have done a really good job in taming inflation and the recession is avoided and they are protecting their capital. And as soon they are sure that the Fed is done an amazing job, they are starting to let's go and see the interest rate of US. So the interest rate of US is at 5.5. And in 2019, and I have when we had the similar situation, if we check the Bitcoin price, we're starting to dipping when we had the first rate cut. I have made a video before that and I will put it in the description below where I explain this dynamic. And the main idea is that risky assets are starting to get a huge price increase after the end of the rate cuts. And Bitcoin, this time, I don't see why will not do the same again. And therefore, you need to be prepared. For me, what I have done when I saw Bitcoin at 59K, actually, I have accumulated because I believe that Bitcoin was undervalued and it was at good prices. And also, what I have done, I have actually starting to find which altcoins are the best to hold when we have a situation when Bitcoin is going down. A nice, easy indicator to see which assets are going to perform really well in the next bull run is to see what happen now when Bitcoin drop and some altcoins hold it very well. And you will see that mostly it's AI coins. Of course, we see some meme coins as always. We see some DeFi Aave did a good job. Again, AI coins, RWA coins, and also some DePIN coins did a good job, but not as good as the AI and RWA sector. Therefore, your job is first to protect your capital when you are in a situation which you expect prices to go down. And personally, I'm really curious to see what altcoins are going to do in this week. The fact that altcoins hold very well against Bitcoin, I don't know if it's something which is momentarily, so it's going to change in the next couple of days. Also, I want to check if we had a huge outflows from the spot ETFs, and because we had the news from the Mt. Gox that people are going to get their long-awaited Bitcoin from the 2014 hack, and some people are expecting that these people are going to sell and exert selling pressure to the market. But to be able to know more about that, because spot ETFs are mostly held by people that are not really familiar with the crypto industry, they just joined. I wanted to see if actually that news scared them, because I think the amount is close to 9 billion. So they think that it's going to be a 9 billion selling pressure on Bitcoin, which is, for me, I think is not a lot that is going to crash the market. But if you have some other news joining together, definitely we can see some selling pressure exerted to Bitcoin. Therefore, we need to monitor constantly these values. And I'm going to let you know in a future video if my position is changed. But for now, what I am seeing in front of me, and of course, because I wanted this video to be short, we have like 1000 charts that we check every day to be able to get an understanding of the risk level that we have in our allocations, if that is a Bitcoin or altcoins. And you will see that actually we have many indicators that are saying that Bitcoin now it's in an opportunity zone. Therefore, if someone was waiting for a time to DCA in Bitcoin because he or she lost the upside from January to today, I think that is a good level. But as I said, it's not a financial advice. Hopefully, I have explained why I believe Bitcoin is in an early stage bull run and why this dip is considered for me to be an opportunity. But of course, stay tuned, because if for some reason I see something different and that is going to change my mind, I will let you know. And of course, I'm going to show you through the charts and try to keep it as short as possible and to the point. If you want to know more and have a deeper understanding of the charts, you can always join our platform and have a detailed description and understanding of the graphs that I am showing you. Hope you like the video. Until next time, bye bye.